Okay, hi. Bet you didn't miss me. Or well, yeah, most people probably do. Anyway, I'm back. Krista Freeland, part 2. Okay, so she's in the by-election. She's running against a lady named McQuigley, or names, you get it. Okay, I've said it enough times. I'm calling her McQuigley. She's running against McQuigley, and the initial fundraising that they do prior to launching their campaigns, Krista Freeland raised $21,000 from 45 donors, 42 of which were over $200 donations. This is important. Quigley raised $4,500, I believe, and she got it from 109 donators, most of which were below $200 donations. So Krista Freeland raised over 5 times as much as Quigley, whatever, in the initial fundraising. This is important because Krista Freeland, up until this point, is a nobody. Out of nowhere, shows up in Toronto, buys a house, and apparently has all these massive donors. Okay, Liberal Party are trying to back their candidate. I get it. But come on, she's a nobody. Like, how much does a Liberal want to pump in? So anyway, as the election goes on, the price gap, or the donation gap, narrows a bit. Krista Freeland raised like $85,000 in total from 59 donors, 52 of which were over $200. And Quigley raised $45,000, I believe, in total, and from 117 donors. Okay, so Quigley's got a lot more donors that are donating to her, where Freeland has like half as many donors, but is getting like twice as much donations. Okay, it's a little strange now. Then at the end of it, Krista Freeland eventually ended up paying $145,000 for her entire campaign. Quigley $117,000. The cap is 101. So the extra 45 for Freeland and the extra 17 for Quigley, that's post and pre campaign, and it comes out of their pocket basically. So my point to this is, like I just said, Krista Freeland is a nobody. Out of nowhere, buys a house in Toronto, runs in a by-election, joins the WEF, wins the by-election as a nobody to the political spectrum in the Spadina Trinity riding, with double the donations from fewer donators. It's so suspicious. Which, okay, I get it, Liberals are backing their candidate, but did they back any other candidates as fiercely as they did this one? Now, fast forward another 2 years. That was like in November of 2013, she won the by-election. Fast forward about a year and a half, now we're running a general election. And in the general election, Trudeau forms government. He immediately puts this nobody who won a by-election like just a year and a half earlier, puts her into a major cabinet role of international trade minister. That's, I mean, it's not the top role, but she's in it now. But that's pretty high up there in the roles that she can acquire as just some random person that started her political career 2 years earlier, or a year and a half earlier. Like, there are cabinet ministers, or there are caucus members in the Liberal Party that have been there for forever that don't get that kind of treatment. Anyway, so now in 2019, Krista Freeland becomes a trustee at the WEF. Now, she's held a lot of high-profile portfolios in the time that Trudeau's been in government, or leading government. And in 2019, she becomes a trustee at the WEF, and then now she's the Finance Minister of Canada and the Deputy Prime Minister. I say, now just as personal opinion, I say she's a plant for a foreign national run, foreign international corporation that sole design is to supersede sovereignty of governments in how their society is to develop. This is a deep conflict of interest on Krista Freeland's part. Now, it states that they don't contribute anything to the WEF as trustees, but they do advise and take advice from the chairperson, which is Schwab. I always think Cotton Swab when I think of his name. Something I keep trying to say. It's like I want to put a cotton swab in my ear now. Anyway. So, this is my little two-part thing. I know it's really long, but I had to do it in 2 parts. It's just, I think she's a plant, and I think she's the true puppet master of our Prime Minister. Because even if you look at when he invoked the Emergencies Act, he gave quick highlight pointers, and she explained everything that they were going to do. It's really, I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of it. So, in my opinion, she's a plant from the WEF to control the Canadian government, which is a direct conflict of interest to the sovereignty of Canada, and I find it actually, I'm so reprehensible that, I find it so reprehensible, sorry, I'm losing my words here. I find it so reprehensible that we as Canadians can allow this to continue to happen. And not only allow this, but we are restrained from being able to stop this. And that is wrong in a free and democratic society. And I think that there should be an actual, I don't know whether it's a vote of the people if they're in favor of this style of governing, or if she just needs to step down from one or the other. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I don't want her to, I don't care if she steps down from the WF. She's already done the damage, and she shows that her buddyship means more than Canada does. So I don't understand why we would continue to allow her to continue running in Canada. Anyway, this is really long. I'm going to end it here. We'll talk at you soon. Welcome to the Fringe.